All right, what's good, man? Let's get into it. Back at it with the syndrome videos. Now, for anybody who's new to my channel, the syndrome videos are videos that I do. I take a player, I take an era, I take a certain situation in sports history that had a good or positive effect, or a good or negative effect on the sport. And we're going to be talking about Michael Jordan, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, someone who people consider the GOAT, including myself. Some people consider him the greatest shooting guard ever, including myself. But Michael Jordan had a negative impact on the NBA. Maybe not directly. He didn't do it directly, but his impact in the NBA after he retired in 98, his actual retirement, the actual retirement of Michael Jordan. We're not going to count 2005 when he was with the Wizards. But his impact was detrimental to the NBA. When Michael Jordan retired in 1998, he had a huge fan base where people wanted to be like Mike. I want to be like Mike. That dumb commercial and stuff. And that's what people wanted to do. They wanted to be like Mike. And, you know, that's fine and cool. Who doesn't want to be like Mike? Here's the problem, though. No one's Mike. No one's Mike. The athleticism, the skill, the shooting, no one's like Mike. And we lead it into the 2000s basketball. So many people wanted to be like Mike. So many people. Now, there's one particular person who I'm going to be doing a separate video on because he had his own impact. But this is the Michael Jordan syndrome part. This is the Michael syndrome part 1 video. But speaking about part 1, one of the people who wanted to be like Mike was Allen Iverson. Now, I know people are going to come my comments and says, you're a hater, you're this, that, and third. Listen, Allen Iverson is one of my favorite players to watch. Love watching his highlights. As someone who plays basketball a lot, I would kill to have Iverson shooting, his skill, his handle, the whole nine, the way how he drives to the basketball. But let's be for real. He even said it himself in his Hall of Fame speech, I want to be like Mike. Well, Iverson, you're not Mike, bro. You're not Mike. You're just a ball hogging idiot. That's all you were. No one wanted to play with you. Your coaches didn't like you. You were very entertaining to watch. Yes, I'll give you that. Allen Iverson is probably one of them. He was like the Michael Vick of the NBA. Like, very entertaining to watch, but when he gets in the playoffs, he's one and done. And people are going to bring up 2000. Okay, great. Allen Iverson benefiting in the 2000s of being in the East where there was no competition. Who was the competition in the East? The Indiana Pacers who washed up Reggie Miller. The Pistons, I don't even think the Pistons had Chauncey and Ben and all of them boys. The New Jersey Nets with Jason Kidd. Iverson, that 2001 season, whichever season it was, benefited from not having any competition. That's why he was in the finals. But it wasn't just Iverson. No, it wasn't just Iverson. You had guys like Tracy McGrady. You had guys like Gilbert Arenas. Guys who thought they wanted to be like Mike but could not be Mike. I'm sorry, you guys were Mike. Ray Allen, another example. Rick Hamilton. At the end of the day, these guys wanted to be like Mike so bad that it hurt the game. Bad shooting, horrible game to watch. Like, you had guys like Gilbert Arenas, aka Agent Zero, trying to be like Mike. I'm sorry, Gilbert. Who are you? Who are you? I'm trying to find a picture of him, but who are you, Gilbert Arenas? You're not Mike. Out of all the players, Gilbert Arenas is trying to act like Mike with the Wizards. Like, dude, here we go. Look at this clown. He tried to be like Mike so bad it wasn't even funny. Gilbert Arenas trying to be like Mike? Gilbert Arenas. Are we joking right now? Like people overhype Gilbert Arenas. Like I can understand Allen Iverson. I can really understand Allen Iverson. But Gilbert Arenas? Dude had nowhere near the skill of Allen Iverson. Yeah, he trying to be like Mike. You're not even Michael B. Jordan, bro. And you trying to be like Mike. Come on, what are we doing? Tracy McGrady, another one. Trying to be like Mike. Carmelo Anthony, as he comes on my stream with Syracuse. Carmelo Anthony trying to be like Mike. Melo, you're not Mike, bro. You're not even LeBron James. You're not even Larry Bird. Like, you're not even Dr. J, and you trying to be like Mike? Remember, he tried to be like Mike, too. And listen, I get it. I understand. These dudes grew up on Michael Jordan, the whole nine. But at the same time, Tracy McGrady, you got T-Mac over here trying to be like Mike. Guess what, Tracy? You not Mike either. You are not Mike either. You can't even get out the first round. And you trying to be like Mike. Get off my screen. Now, I will say this. There was, besides one other person who, once again, I'm going to be doing a video on. There was one person who had 1 year where he was like Michael Jordan. And his name was Dwayne Wade. Now, Dwayne Wade, that 06 season, where he carried the Miami Heat all the way to the finals, was kind of a Michael Jordan-esque type of season. Like, people forget how dominant Dwayne Wade was that season. I know he gets clowned down now because, you know, he's a big cuck now. Don't even get me started about him off the court. But on the court, that 06 season was amazing. Granted, people will say, you know, the refs here and there, but let's be for real. The refs were on Michael Jordan's side too. And Dwayne Wade, that 06 season was amazing. I think Shaq was injured for a little bit. Like, that team was, Alonzo Mourning was a little past his prime, yet Dwayne Wade still carried that team and beat the Dallas Mavericks. Who I think Dirk Nowitzki won the MVP that year. Did Dirk Nowitzki win the MVP that year? I don't remember off the top of my head. But Dwayne Wade carried that 06 Heat team like Michael Jordan carried those Bulls teams, which was amazing. But once again, going back to my point about Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade's nowhere near Michael Jordan, not even the same atmosphere. Nowhere near Michael Jordan. Yet he's trying to act like Mike and try to be like Mike. Listen, I get everybody tries to hype up the 2000s. The 2000s were great. But let's not distract from the fact that Michael Jordan had a very negative impact on the 2000s. Maybe not directly, but you had dudes out here trying to be like Mike who are not Mike. They don't even have 1/10 of the talent that Mike has in his pinky. And they're trying to be like Mike. They're trying to carry a team like Mike. Besides maybe Dwayne Wade, that 106 season, what has Dwayne Wade done without LeBron James? And everybody else, Iverson, Tracy, Ray Allen, who else? Vince Carter. All these guys trying to be like Mike. What have they done? Few MVPs here and there. Al Iverson made a finals and got gentlemen swept. What have they done? The Michael Jordan syndrome had a horrible impact on the NBA in the NBA 2000s. And you could tell by the ratings. The ratings were going down because no one wanted to see a bunch of these guys just try to act like Mike and shoot a bunch of baskets and miss them all. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? What's your thoughts on my opinion about the Michael Jordan syndrome? Listen, not trying to, take a dump on these guys like Allen Iverson and all these other stuff, but they're trying to be like Mike, and I'm sorry, they weren't like Mike. Maybe if they actually try to be like more like an Isaiah Thomas, a Magic Johnson, someone around that lane, they would have won some things. I know Ray Allen won with the Boston Celtics and with the Miami Heat, but let's be fair, he had a stacked team with him. I'm talking about Ray Allen when he was with the Milwaukee Bucks, trying to be like Mike. You know what I'm saying? But this is the Michael Jordan syndrome in the 2000s NBA part 1. There's a part 2 coming out. Let me know how this video is, and let me know if you want to see the part 2, because there's one player who was kind of close to Mike, but he's so great that he needs his own separate video, and some of you might know who I'm talking about, but that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? RJ out.